Wow, wasn't that beautiful? So there, the Christmas lights outside Weston Park Cancer Hospital in Sheffield. And, we've got something really special for you tonight that's going to be as glittery and as sparkling as that. My name's Graham Walker. I'm the commercial content editor for a bunch of titles, including The Star and the Yorkshire Post and various others. But tonight, I'm taking a bit of a backseat. I am going to be helping to host this, but I've got some fantastic people that we're going to be speaking to tonight, not least of all, the people who make Weston Park Hospital tick, and also the people that are behind all the fantastic fundraising. I'm going to be flashing up some messages and telling you a little bit more about all that and about how you can get involved. And to be honest with you, the big thing is the number of stars that have actually come out to shine for us tonight. So we've got Tony Christie, we've got John Parr, we've got Elliot Kennedy, and we've got John Riley as well, and Lewis, who are going to be doing a fantastic Christmas show of their own on Saturday night. So there's going to be lots and lots of ways to interact and to talk to us as well. And I'm just going to put one or two things up there. If you get involved, please leave a comment on Facebook, or if you're on Twitter, use it with the hashtag Weston Park Winter Warmer. Also, I've got to say this, it's not about all giving money tonight, it's about celebrating what fantastic work they do at Weston Park Hospital. And I should know, they saved my life 5 years ago, and I'll tell you a little bit about that later. But if you could donate a few pennies for Christmas, that'd be great. You can donate a tenner or 20 quid just by using the text Weston Park star 10 to 70450, or by doing Weston Park star 20 to the same number, and that's 20 quid straight into the accounts. And let's help, we can get rid of this awful disease. We've got a vaccine for the COVID, but there's still no cure for this, but they're doing sterling work there. You can donate online as well. I need to mention there is a support line. So if you're facing cancer or you're worried about the symptoms, they are open for business. And the support line is Sheffield number 0114 553 330. So as I was saying at the start, at the top of this, we have got a lot of people that are going to be shining for you tonight, including some of the patrons, and not least of all, our golden girl. And here she is.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Weston Park Cancer Charity Winter Warmer. I hope you all have a great evening and thank you for joining us.
And the first person who's going to actually talk to us tonight from the charity is Samantha, Sam Dixon, who is the CEO of the Cancer Appeal Charity. So here she is to tell you all about the year that they've had and what you can do to help.
This year we had ambitious plans that were based on expanding our services across the region. We'd also planned a special programme of fundraising events to celebrate Weston Park Hospital's 50th birthday. But sadly, due to COVID, we've had to delay and cancel these events. But even though the pandemic has forced us to cancel some of our biggest celebrations, we found ways to deliver services and raise money in different ways to keep shining through as best we can. We've really missed seeing people in our support centre, people just dropping into our office to give us donations and to have a chat. But we've been delivering services and support online and over the phone. And we found other ways to help, ways we would never have envisaged 12 months ago. But none of this is possible without you. Everyone who gives is a star and makes all this happen. Thank you.
So that was Sam Dixon, who's the CEO. Sam, you do just great work, you and all the team. And in fact, I've got some of your team with me, and I'm going to bring them in. So I'd like to introduce you to Darren, and also we've got, if I can find her, Kat. How are you?
Good, thank you.
So come on, just tell me, guys. Tell me a little bit about yourselves. Darren, just tell me what you do first of all, and why you're so proud to be part of this fantastic organisation.
My role at the charity is business development manager, primarily dealing with companies and also dealing with events. But as you've already alluded to, as a former patient, I was a former patient as well 13 years ago. So the charity aspect means a lot to me just because, they've helped save my life the same as you, Graham.
Absolutely. And Kat, I'm going to bring you in as well. Kat, tell me a little bit about what your role is and what you were doing.
Hello, yes, I head up the fundraising and marketing team, and I'm extremely proud to do so. We work out of the hospital here, raising money and working with our volunteers and fundraisers so that every pound raised comes back to help our patients at Weston Park Hospital and across the region.
Fantastic. And while you're talking, we're actually already getting some fantastic comments that are coming in here tonight. I to be honest with you, well, just start putting a few up. So this is Ollie who's saying amazing hospital. We've got Nick Eppinstall. Good on you, G. Good on you, Nick. Nice that you're tuning in. We've got various people tuning in and looking. I think we've got somebody here saying can't thank the hospital enough for what they've done for me this year. Happy Christmas, everyone. Happy Christmas back to you, Andrew. I mean, you get this all the time, guys, don't you? Do you get sick of being praised?
We don't get it all the time, and it's lovely to hear the comments. I think particularly for the doctors and nurses this year of any year, they need to hear the positive feedback, and we just love to hear how grateful people are for the hospital. And we also hear people and families wanting to offer thanks and in memory at this time of year, and often giving donations in celebration of people's lives. So we love to hear from all the patients and their families, particularly at this time of year. So thank you.
Yeah, and what I will do, Darren, as you can see, I'm also bringing other comments in here as people. And can I just say to you, wherever you're watching in the world, please tell us. Please let us know that you're watching. Tell us your name. Tell us a little bit about your story. Inspire other people. Tell us what you've been doing in terms of fundraising as well. We've got another one here. So this is Catherine Ward. I'll be eternally grateful to Weston Park for saving my life. 2006. God bless you, Catherine. My life was saved there as well 5 years ago. I had tongue cancer. I had to have 7 weeks of radiotherapy and chemotherapy. I've not spoken too publicly about it, but it's something I will do more of. It's 5 years ago now. So, and these guys have just given me a new life. So I'll have to be careful here. I've never cried on a live stream before, but there's always a first time. But it gets people's emotions, doesn't it, Darren?
It does. It does. It's very close, as I said, very close to my heart. I mean, even recently, I lost my uncle just 2 months ago from cancer. And only a couple of weeks ago, I lost a friend. So, it happens to a lot of us. Unfortunately, we're 1 in 2 now. It's happening more and more, and you're hearing more stories. So, all we have to do is then we come to work to try and raise as much as we can to help the hospital and give something back as much as we can. And, I'm sure you'll hear later on in the night, we're doing a great job at doing that. And the hospital's doing a great job at doing what they can in this awful pandemic at present.
They absolutely are. Now, before we go onto the next, we've got some great videos that are coming up tonight, by the way. And the next one the first one that we're going to be looking at, we're going to be looking at the Sheffield Cancer Choir. Now, before we do that, we've got a bit of a message from, I think, is it Joanne Orkney, who is, I think she's the musical director. She tells us a bit about it. But before we do that, Kat, can you just shine a little bit of light on the Cancer Choir?
Yeah, well, this was an idea that was brought to us. It was actually a conversation. Daryl, the lead singer in the choir, came through the office door and said, I'd like to start a choir. I'd like to get a group of patients, people who are affected by cancer together to sing and share their experience. And here we are a few months later, the choir was formed. They're now supporting the charity at events, raising money, and we're just extremely proud to have the choir singing for Weston Park Cancer Charity.
Fantastic. Well, not only are they going to be singing for the charity, we're going to be singing for us all tonight. But we've got Joanne first. She'll talk about it, and then we've actually got they've recorded a special track for us, and I think it's a very, very Christmassy as well. So stay tuned.
Good evening, everybody. I've just been asked to say a few words about Sheffield Cancer Choir. We set up the choir to provide wellbeing support to anyone affected by cancer. So that's basically anyone. Cancer is everywhere. And Weston Park Cancer Charity do a fantastic job. So our other aim was to support them. When we started, probably because we knew we were all coming together for the same reason, we found peace, love and harmony. And not just in our singing, which surprisingly, for a group of about 70% beginners, was so melodic and together. When leading the choir, I try and teach music skills and listening skills, as well as having a strong focus on well-being. Singing provides a great stress relief and helps get the work-life balance back for a lot of singers. For a lot of people, cancer has taken away a lot of the fun from their lives, and the music, singing and friendship people find in the choir helps people get some of the fun back. Ladies feel the choir has had such a positive impact on their life and mental health, and for others, they say they found a purpose in life that's helped them through some very dark days. We all know that we are there for each other whenever we need anything, like a family, and the kindness of members towards each other has been overwhelming and has created a unique bond. Perhaps it's the love and care we share that comes across in our performances to the delight of our audiences and supporters. Rehearsing online is entirely different, but still provides the break we need in our busy, stressful and sometimes worrisome lives. We look forward to returning in person at some point, but until then we will carry on Zoom, providing a supportive environment to each other and anyone else that would like to join us. With some singing therapy in January, which is slightly easier than being at a rehearsal where you might be asked to sing in parts. It's more about fun and well-being. But then hopefully in person at St Mark's Church, Broomhill, Sheffield, at some point when the guidelines allow us to sing together in person at some point. One of the projects we've got lined up for next year is to record a Christmas single for 2021, hopefully at Sheffield Steelworks in collaboration with Click Sargent Children's Cancer Charity. And that will help raise money for both Click Sargent and Weston Park Cancer Charity. So it's quite exciting. If you want to be involved, please do contact us. In the meantime, I'd like to say a massive thank you from Sheffield Cancer Choir to Weston Park Cancer Charity for supporting us and for allowing us to support you. And I hope everybody has a peaceful, healthy, Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And the comments, keep them coming, folks. I mean, it's so heartwarming to see this. I must admit, it's been such an awful year, hasn't it? And to actually be now thinking back over what we've all gone through and how fantastic the entire NHS is, it's just been remarkable. But you know what? I did mention a little earlier, my story is that I had tongue cancer 5 years ago. And the C word, it puts the fear of God into you, doesn't it? And, I'm a family guy. I've got 2 lovely lads, and I've got a lovely wife, and we've been married 30 years. And I want another 20, 30 years. So, to get the news that you think that it might be the end. But there was a guy called Jim Lester, who was one of the experts there, the oncologist, and he took me under his wing. And he was absolutely terrific. In fact, one thing I forgot to do, and I hope Jim's watching tonight, I'll have to send him a picture. I actually went out and got myself a fox red Labrador, and I was going to show him the picture, and I've called it Lester after him. So every time I call Lester, it reminds me of the fantastic work that you guys are doing. I'm just going to bring Darren back in. Darren, you've got a bit of a story of your own as well, haven't you? Could you mind just sharing what happened to you?
Yeah, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer 13 years ago. It will be, well, nearly 14 going up this time. So yeah, just a typical thing. Found a lump, didn't think much about it for a few weeks, and then it was a month, and then finally went and did something, and yeah, it was testicular cancer. So had the treatment, and then ended up at Weston Park for chemotherapy. And as I said, touch wood, with 13 and a half years on, and got the all clear. And very much like you said, my youngest was, I think, 8 or 9 months when I was diagnosed. So very, very, very scary at the time. And, I think it's helped me in the role I do now. And it's also helped, when I've got friends and family who have been going through it, to be able to, one, offer support from the charities aspect and what we do, but also, give that support because you've been there and done it and kind of seen it. So, I echo, and I know, I've known Graham for a long time. Me and Graham spoke quite at length at his treatment and afterwards as well. So it is a special place, and, a lot of people owe their lives to it.
Yeah, and you know what? When you work there, or like with myself, Darren, and writing about stories about things that happen up there, it takes a different meaning, doesn't it, when it happens to you and you're in there, and when you see what those wonderful angels do, man, just wonderful. And talking of which, we've actually got a bit of video now that we want to just bring in, and stay tuned, folks, because we've got some fantastic entertainment coming. In fact, we've got an incredible tune from Tony Christie and his granddaughter, who are going to be bridging the generations and telling us all about it. But let me first of all put this little bit of video on, and this is about the clinicians really talking a little bit about the fantastic work that they get up to at the hospital.
It all goes back to the fact that Sheffield has always been a pioneer in radiotherapy, way back. And the reason for having this purpose-built hospital, just one of 3 or 4 in the country, was to make sure that the radiotherapy techniques that were becoming available, the new radiotherapy machines, were available to us, to our patients.
Well, I think we're really lucky to have Weston Park, because it's one of 4 standalone cancer hospitals, and I think that does make for a very different environment and a very different place in the community's sense of what we're doing. But the great thing about our standalone hospital is it's right next to all the other hospitals.
Opportunities for patients now are light years away from how they were a generation or 2 ago. And Weston Park has been a major player in cancer research in this country, and some of its research has not only touched people in this area of the country, but globally through some of our groundbreaking research activities over the years.
I think we've made huge advances just in the 20 years that I've been treating cancer, and so we should still keep trying to do that.
The views of cancer are changing, and it's moving from doom and gloom, where the outlook is pretty poor, to getting over 50% survival at least 5 years. So that means half of people are surviving their cancer for more than 5 years.
Weston Park Cancer Charity has been a fantastic supporter of research here at the hospital. One of the first things it did was to help fund the dedicated clinical trials centre that we have here in Weston Park, which opened back in 1999.
I believe that every patient that walks in the door should be being offered research as a standard of care. It's one of the 5 pillars of Sheffield teaching hospitals. It's very, very important. It's not an added extra, it's something that everybody should be doing. And the best way to deliver that kind of research is in a clinical trial centre. So a physical place where patients can come, that people will put funding into, and that we can attract more doctors, more nurses, more funding, and just grow and grow.
And there are a lot of people around in this region that can thank Weston Park Hospital for many, many years of life, normal life. I'm extremely proud of what the hospital has achieved. I think it's been absolutely fantastic in the way that it's taken on new developments and new treatments. And I've been extremely proud of what the Cancer Charity has contributed towards that enhancement of cancer care across the region.
For 1 in 2 of us, cancer will change everything. When it does, so can we.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And, you know, we saw everybody getting lots of lovely mentions there. And it's just great to see how people are saying that it's saved their lives. And it has, you know, it's simple. So please give money. What more can we say? Keep it going. I'm just going to try and find the, let me just try and find that again so I can just put that up there. If you want to make a donation tonight, you can do it by text or you can do it online. I'll keep these numbers coming up here. But before we go any further, it's time for a bit more entertainment, I think. And boy, have we got some entertainment for you tonight. Not least of all, we're going to play one of our big hands first here. This is my old friend, Tony Christie. Right then, folks, I've got something really special for you tonight because we've actually got a legend with us. I've got a very, very good friend of mine. It's the one and it's the only, it's Tony Christie. Hiya, Tony, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Graham. I'm absolutely fine.
You're looking in fine health as well. You're looking good. How have you been coping with lockdown?
Okay, I'm a bit bored like everybody's bored. You know, I'd rather be working than doing nothing, but I'm doing more reading and of course, watching telly. But I'm studying my dining room at the moment, and I'm looking forward to this because recently I was made an ambassador for the Sheffield hospitals, which because of the lockdowns, I haven't been able to do anything. So as soon as I can help them, I will do. But this is this is now for the Weston Park Hospital, which I'd like to give a big shout out. If you can afford to give any cash to help them out, I know times are very hard for everybody, but any little will help.
50th anniversary next year of Amarillo. What are you going to be doing to celebrate that?
The original plan was to go over to Amarillo itself and do a live film a show there, make a video. But at the moment we can't plan anything, of course. But hopefully when this COVID's being killed, we can make plans. I'd like you to see this little film that I made with my granddaughter, Dea, and we're singing a song called I'll Be Seeing You. I think this is brilliant. I hope you enjoy it.
Now, this is a very old song written in late 1930s, recorded by everybody in the world except for me. I'm going to do it for her right now. With the help of my beautiful granddaughter, Dea, she's popping around to help me out later on. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut trees, the wishing well. 'Cause I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.
I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and
when the night is new,
I'll be looking at the moon,
but I'll be seeing you. Yes, I'll be seeing you.
Well, wasn't that absolutely beautiful? Thank you, Tony. I know you're watching tonight. We can't wait to see you back on that stage and performing. 50 years since you recorded Amarillo. Started even me feel a bit old now. Anyway, look, again, thank you very much. Stay tuned, folks. We've got lots of more great entertainment to come. Not least of all, we've got a fantastic, in fact, we've got a world exclusive. Elliot Kennedy, the Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter, producer, and I'm proud to say another friend, is actually got a new album out in January, and he's got his second single from it coming out very soon. And we've got the music video for that, and it's not been seen anywhere. So stay tuned, that's coming later. And we've also got John Riley and Louis Nittickman, and we've got John Parr. Did I mention John Parr? Stay tuned, folks. It's all happening. But before we get there, I'm going to be now talking to, I'm going to be talking to Dr. Trish Fisher, who was a consultant oncologist at the hospital. So let me see if I can bring Trish into the stream. Trish, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. This is a great show, isn't it, so far?
Oh, it's fantastic. Wasn't that choir amazing?
The choir, I've got to point out as well that it was actually filmed pre-social distancing. Just if anybody were asking, they were a little bit close together. We are in tier 3 and all that, all bad news. But yeah, it was filmed some time ago. But yeah, amazing choir. So, but tell me, one of the big messages we've been having during lockdown is that people, Trish, have not been going and actually showing symptoms, and they're worried because it's COVID, should they be coming to the hospital? The message is, isn't it, that you are open and, you want people to come. I mean, the floor's yours. Tell people.
Yes. So we've been very worried that we're not seeing the same number of people coming forward as we normally would. And we think this is for a couple of reasons. Firstly, we think people are trying to protect the NHS. They think we're too busy, but actually we're not. We want to see them, and we're desperate to see them. But also, I think there are concerns that hospitals are busy and therefore not particularly safe. And I just want to explain some of the things that we've been doing in the last 9 months to try and make sure that when people do come either to see their GP or to the hospital, that we are keeping them as safe as possible. So firstly, as many of you will know, we've been doing a lot of our initial consultations on the phone. And I think that's made some people worry that they can't see us face to face, but they absolutely can. What we're making sure is that they need to see us face to face. So we can do some things very easily on the phone, but sometimes when we chat to people on the phone, we know we need them to come up. But we want to make sure when they come up that the department is quiet and that we can socially distance. So that's why we're trying to control the number of people that come and see us. And that's exactly what GPs are doing. We're all using telephone or video consultations to try and screen for the people that we need to see. I'm a lung cancer doctor, and we're particularly worried that people with cough and with chest symptoms aren't coming to see us. So we're very, very keen. If you've had a COVID test and that test is negative and you still have respiratory symptoms, so you're still coughing or you're still short of breath, we absolutely want you to come and see your GP and to be referred, if necessary, for investigations at the hospital. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that we're very much open. We've redesigned our services to keep everyone as safe as possible. And we are very keen, if you've got any worries or concerns, that you contact your GP or you contact the charity helpline. And I think we're going to see that telephone number come up on the screen again, because we are open for business and we want you to come and see us.
Yeah, there's the number as well, Trish, and you make a very good point. And like you say, the phone numbers are there, but go see your GP as well, and come face to face. In many cases, you need that face to face contact, don't you?
You absolutely do, and we want to see people face to face, not least because, like everyone else, we feel quite lonely and isolated in our offices on the phone. But we want to be certain that you really need to come to the hospital to see us.
And can I ask you, Trish, how have you responded to the public outpouring for all this fantastic work that you guys have been doing? I mean, we were week after week out there clapping for you. I mean, did it boost people's morale? Did it help?
Absolutely, very much so. I think all of us who work at the hospital have found the current working arrangements really difficult. We miss being able to see our patients. We miss being able to touch and hug our patients if we're giving them difficult news. So to know that people are out there and supporting us has been very, very powerful.
Yeah, God bless you, Trish. I know it's quite emotional, isn't it? I don't know how I'm going to get through this stream tonight, to be honest with you, without breaking down. I've just got to keep doing the job, haven't I? But it's you do such great work. You just do so great work. So listen, thank you for your time, Trish, and enjoy the rest of the show. I've got some great things to come, folks. But thanks for being with us tonight, Trish. It means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Graham. I'm enjoying it. It's fantastic.
There you go. Who'd have thought that? You'd have been enjoying it. There you go. So that was Trish Fisher, one of the oncologists at the hospital, and obviously they're all of them doing an absolutely fantastic job. Now then, we are getting lots and lots of great messages, and I'm finding it difficult to read the messages and actually do everything at the same time. So I'm going to look at some more messages, but while we're doing that, I did promise you that we got some more entertainment, some great entertainment, and we have got something from Elliot Kennedy later with the new video. But here's something that he did where we recorded him in the studio at the Steelworks, and a lovely shout out as well. If you've not, if you don't know who Elliot Kennedy is, you must have been living on Mars or the moon or something. But he's a great guy, and here he is, our Grammy Award winner from Sheffield.
Do you know what? Over the years, I've been thankful that I could work with Weston Park on charity events and all the rest of it, because the reality is, we've all been through this incredible year fighting this horrible virus that so many people have suffered from. There's a vaccine for this virus, and we're going to be okay. But one thing that doesn't go away is cancer, and cancer care is more than ever required. So I know it's tough, guys. I know it's a tough year, but listen, they really need our help. I'm here to help wherever possible, and will continue to. So if possible, dig deep this Christmas, even for the little bit of change that you've got to give to Weston Park and the team there that do an incredible job. I hope you enjoy this. This is My Destiny.
already had our information. We could trace out names every night, but for some good reason we never looked up. I was busy looking in your eyes. This was my destiny. It was so decided. Every single one led me to your heart. You were made for me, baby. Always been secret synchronicity. This was my destiny. Oh yeah. Baby, always been
We are just so blessed, aren't we, to have so much talent in our backyard, and for them to be friends as well is just fantastic. Right, moving on. We've got Rob Coleman now, another oncologist who wants to talk to us, and then we've got a patient, John Price, a patient case study. This is hard going, guys, but you need to hear it.
Hello, and thank you for supporting this evening's activities. My name is Robert Coleman, and I'm a trustee with the charity, with particular interest and responsibility for overseeing the spend on research. Research has been a key component of the charity's activities throughout its existence, and over the last 25 or more years, the charity has invested much more than £10 million into research that's allowed our patients to receive real state-of-the-art treatments and help drive forward progress both locally and nationally in our understanding of how cancer develops, why it spreads, and how better to treat it. During those 25 years, we have seen enormous strides, and the outlook for patients now is so much better than it was when I first became a cancer specialist. These improvements could only have happened through carefully conducted research. It takes time, but we're seeing the fruits of our labour every day now, as treatments that we researched in years gone by are now part of standard therapy for patients treated on the NHS. Research remains a key priority for the charity, and despite all the difficulties that we've experienced with the pandemic this year, research will remain a key priority going forward. We like and intend to support research that can really make a difference to patients. We believe that's what you as our supporters want to see. So our research will focus on why does cancer spread? Because that's why some patients are not cured of their cancer. It will focus on bringing new treatments to our patients as quickly and safely and efficiently as we can. It will focus on the enormous developments we've seen in recent years in the way that we can take pictures of the body, what we call imaging of the body, with X-rays and magnetic scans and other techniques to diagnose the cancer better, but also to target treatment more effectively and safely for our patients. And lastly, and just as important, we will support research that looks at the whole cancer experience for the patient, for their family, and their carers. If there's one thing COVID has taught us this year, it's that we have to look at the big picture. Yes, there's a patient with the illness, but we have to look after the patient not only during their illness, but after, and support their loved ones and family throughout what is often a very difficult time. So I hope you'll continue to support the charity, and I hope you will realise just how vital it is that we continue to invest in research today and tomorrow and well into the future. Thank you.
It all started many years ago. I was passing blood very stupidly, didn't do anything about it. Rushed into hospital 2 or 3 times. They couldn't find out what it was. They eventually found out it was a tumour on my kidney, which had to be removed. Unfortunately, further down the line, 18 months or so, I found out I got secondaries in my lung, bone at the top of my leg and in my stomach. And really there was no treatment as such that had helped.
The problem was a big one. John could die within months.
A lovely man called Prof Hancock asked me if I'd do a drug trial, which obviously I agreed to do. you're a layman, you haven't got a clue, what it is. I'm just happy to be doing something that could prolong the life.
It was involved a drug called interferon, which at that time was starting to show good promise with boosting the immune system against cancer.
It wasn't pleasant, to say the least. It was like having flu for a year.
The amazing thing was that he firstly tolerated the treatment, and secondly, the scans after a few months showed that the disease was stable. 6 months later, the lesions were smaller. And then we did a scan after the treatment and everything had gone.
But fortunately, it worked. I asked how much the drug trial cost, and they said £100,000. And I suppose they've heard it many times before, but I said, I'm going to raise you that bike. And at the moment, I think we're around about 350,000. So, I have paid it back, and will continue to, thank them for, the old saying, they're keeping families together longer, and I'll never be able to thank them enough for keeping my family together as long as they have. The best part really has been seeing the boys grow up. My youngest son, Harry, is a successful engineer, and never ever flinches to when he asked to have a day off and help in various fundraising things we've done, the golf day, etc. My eldest son, James, actually was moved by my experience, and he always said it forwarded him into a career in oncology, and he's now working at Christie's in Manchester on the new proton beam machine.
He has had scans since and has remained completely clear. So you could call that a miracle. But the miracle was obviously the drug that he'd had, which he could only have because he was part of a clinical trial. And he could only have that clinical trial because Sheffield was part of the national trial.
I don't ever want to go through it again, but if I was going through it again, I'd do things totally different. I didn't tell anybody, I didn't tell my wife that I'd got cancer. And my main worry was telling the boys. They were teenagers at the time, and to tell them that their dad might not be around much longer was something I weren't looking forward to. Sorry. The only thing that ever gets to me and upsets me is thinking back to having to tell the boys that Daddy wasn't going to be around much longer. And he is, so I can't thank Weston Park enough.
Wow, that says it all, doesn't it? This is a tough watch, guys, isn't it? We're doing something here tonight, I think, just to show the fantastic work that's going off day by day at Weston Park, but it's a tough watch, and I think we just need to lighten the mood a little bit, and I know just the right man to do it. Here you go, here's John Parr.
Hi, this is John Parr. I'm just giving a big shout out to Weston Park and the whole of the NHS. I mean, what a stellar job you've done. Not once, not twice, but here we go again. It's a tough year for everyone. But of course, it's particularly tough for the charities because the fundraising's not been going great. So Christmas, try and dig deep, guys. These people touch every family, don't they? I mean, I lost my mum to cancer. I'm sure every family I'm talking to out there has lost someone, or it's someone is battling. So anything you can do to help. And again, just a big thank you to all the doctors, nurses, frontline workers. God bless you all. And a little bit of entertainment. This is, what else? St. Elmo's.
passing by, moving straight ahead, you knew it all. But maybe sometime, if you feel the pain, you'll find you're all alone. Everything has changed. Play the game. You know you can't quit until it's won. Soldier on. All you can do, it must be done. You know in some way you're a lot like me, just a prisoner, and you're trying to break free. I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion, underneath these pair of wings. Take me where my future's lying, set elbows fire. Burning up, don't know just how far that I can go. Just how far I go. Soon be home, only just a few miles down the road. I can make it, I know I can. Put the boy in me, but you won't break the man. I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion underneath these pair of feet. Take me where my future's lying, set elbows fire. I can climb the highest mountain, cross the wildest sea. I can feel set elbows fire burning in me, burning in me. Just once in his life, a man has his time, and my time is now. I'm coming alive. I can hear the music playing, I can see the banners fight. Here I come in again, all by and high. Gonna be a man in motion, underneath these pair of feet. Take me where my future's lying, set elbows fire. I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion underneath these pair of feet. Take me where my future's lying, set elbows fire. I can climb the highest mountain, cross the wildest sea. I can feel set elbows fire burning in me.
Well, next up, it's my absolute pleasure and a privilege to introduce not just one of the finest rock superstars of all time, but my friend, my buddy, and that's John Parr. Hi, John. How are we doing, buddy?
Well, it's great to see your ugly mug on this screen, Graham. How are you?
Hey, do you know what? It's just nice to still have an ugly mug. I'm just reminding everybody, 5 years ago, I was fighting this terrible disease myself.
You're a bold man. I mean, I've spoken to you all the way through this, and I've seen you come out the other side, and you know it's testament to what can be achieved, and a bit of grit and a lot of medical help, and we can win through this.
Hey, yeah, thanks, buddy. I do know that when you said I'm a bold man, what you were actually talking about, though, and it wasn't about how courageous I've been.
I didn't say a bold man.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that barnet of yours, John, it just, I don't know.
It's
how
a
you
wig. I
keep
just
it.
put it on specially. I just put it on for you.
Well, no, I'll tell you what, though, you're looking great. I mean, you've got these fantastic locks of hair. What's the secret of looking so good?
Grecian 2000 and hair extensions.
But seriously, we've all had to keep ourselves busy to some point. There's been no live entertainment as such this year, really. But we're doing marvellous things like this. What have you been up to, John? And what are you predicting for 21?
Well, I mean, the first part of the lockdown, I worked with an American charity called Quarantunes. And that was originally started out as a Hollywood party, just for kind of invited people and not an audience. And they started fundraising, and then everybody got on board. We had people from John Williams to you name it, Michael Bolton, Clive Davis kind of chaired it, and we raised, I think, in the last 4 months, $14 million for the American Health Service, and then I did 2 films for the NHS myself, and I've just been trying to do my bit, trying to keep spirits up. I think that's the trick, isn't it, Graham?
Keeping very busy, John. I mean, obviously, being able to perform live in front of audiences, that's your home, centre stage. You love it, and we love to see you there. What are you thinking is going to be happening in 21? Do you think with the vaccine we might have a return to some kind of normality?
I'm pretty sure. I think we will start to free up by the summer. I think we'll start to see real shows in the kind of mid to late summer.
And what have you got planned, John? Have you got anything on the books for next year?
Yeah, I mean, it's like everyone. They just moved everything, Graham. So I literally was a day off going out on a tour, starting in Switzerland and going around the world. And literally we got cancelled the day before we left in Switzerland. And then, of course, they were the first to not lock down, and then everything just closed off. So everything just moved to 2021 and 2022 for me.
I know you've got a beautiful home there. I'm going to try and get over if we're allowed to. Certainly, I'll come and put a card through your letterbox. But it's always nice to get in front of your big log fire and you regale us with all these fantastic stories. What's Christmas look like for you? What are you planning?
Well, I think it's going to be a bit different. We usually go down to our buddies in Surrey, and I usually go see my old friend Jerry Francis on Boxing Day. We all go there, the old soccer captain. But of course, it's all just put back. So it'll be family Christmas. Just literally, we'll be from our youngest 4-year-old, a grandson, right up to Sharon's mom, who's 94. So it'll be spanning the ages. About 6 of us. It'll be lovely.
And one of our traditions is that on Christmas morning when we get up, we tend to play St Elmo's Fire. It gets us up for the day, John. It's brilliant. And I'm just thinking, a lot of fans of yours out there will be thinking about you this Christmas. Have you got a special Merry Christmas message for everybody?
Yes, I have. I mean, thank you to everyone that has been, online with me and supporting me, and asking me to do things which, for me, has rewarded itself. Being able to do stuff and feel worthwhile. So, thank you, and I'll see you on the other side.
John, as ever, absolutely pleasure to speak to you as always. Take care, buddy, and I'll see you soon.
God bless, Graham. Thank you, man.
Do you know, that was just great, wasn't it? And we just got to say a big thank you to everybody who's taking part tonight and giving up the time free. This has been, in fact, I'm just going to bring Darren, and I saw you rocking away there. In fact, I'm going to bring in Trish back again. Trish, I'm sorry for catching you on the hop, but you were having a right bogey down there in the green room.
I didn't realise that you could see. I'd have turned my camera off.
But Darren, it's true, isn't it, that these people are giving up the time, and what a great night this has been. It's been, the comments have been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been fantastic so far, and as you say, everybody that's given the video footage or live, all done for free, all for the charity. We've reached out to a few people who've had a fantastic response. I was just going to say to you, Graham, I don't know if you remember back with John, I did a fundraiser probably about 10 years ago. I think Kat will probably remember it as well, at the City Hall Ballroom. And John actually came along. It was for Weston Park. And John actually came along and did St Elmo's live. It was a golf day with Darren Goff. And then the night after at the ballroom, and John was there doing St Elmo's, and he was unbelievable and great supporter. And,
I think we're blessed, aren't we, that we've got some great friends and great supporters, and they go the extra yard all the time for us, don't they?
They do.
Darren, before I go on to the next video, it's Emma Clark, who's Director of Services and Grant Giving at Weston Park Cancer Charity. Can you just tell us something about Emma before we bring her in? We'll put you on the spot there.
A little bit. I don't know what Emma will think I'll say now. No, Emma's role is very important to us at the charity. Obviously, when the money comes in, it has to be spent in the right way. And part of Emma's role as the director of fundraising and director of grant giving is to highlight these things like Rob Cohn was talking about earlier on in terms of research. And Emma's job is kind of let's spend the money in the right way. One thing I know, Kat's, if Kat's there, Kat certainly's got behind. Emma's spent time this week getting presents for patients who's going to be there in the hospital on Christmas Day, and they're all been wrapped up today to give out on Christmas Day for the people, unfortunately, in the hospital. And you can see Kat there as well.
I said to Kat earlier, I could see all the presents and things behind her there.
They are. They're all wrapped and ready. It's a tradition that on Christmas Day, patients obviously can't leave the hospital to go home, that we make sure that they have presents. So behind me here is the presents wrapped for the patients that sadly won't have visitors and family and friends with them, but we want to make sure that every patient receives a gift from the charity.
Fantastic.
So behind me here.
That's just fantastic. And does all the presents, they all come from all the donations that you get, or do you get people bringing things? It's been an odd year this year where people can't just turn up with presents, can they, I suppose?
Yeah, we get flooded with gifts, which is excellent. This year we've asked for donations so that we can buy the gifts for the patients. I think it just shows the difference from the millions of pounds that we give to cancer research down to the gifts that we give to patients. So it shows the spectrum of how our money is spent very, very carefully, treating and caring for every patient who's treated in this region for cancer.
Absolutely, and well said. So we did say that we're going to speak next to Emma Clark, or Emma Clark's got a little video that she did for us earlier. So here's what Emma had to say.
Hello, and thank you for joining us this evening. 1 in 2 of us faces a cancer diagnosis, so support is more vital than ever before for people facing cancer. We've really missed seeing people at our Cancer Support Centre this year, yet we've found new ways to keep shining through for patients and for their families, even when the pandemic has restricted our services. Like everyone, we've had to find new ways of doing things, so we've been busy ensuring people can quickly access support from one of our healthcare professionals. And I'm proud, so proud, that our helpline has been open throughout this pandemic. We also knew quite early on that people would be worried about their finances. So our welfare advice service has continued to be a high priority for us. With many people affected by cancer being asked to shield, we wanted them to know that they had not been forgotten. We developed our We Care service, a regular friendly phone call, so we could raise people's spirits. Like many organisations, we've had to take many of our services online, and this has been from mindfulness sessions to afternoon tea, from yoga nidra to our Christmas party. It's through the endeavours of our dedicated team and the generosity of our supporters that we've been able to be there for our patients at every single step. Our work with partners at the Cancer Clinical Trials Centre and Sheffield University has meant that vital cancer research is continuing to be supported by the charity. We've also used our grant funding to make an immediate difference to patients, from buying tablet computers so people in hospital could connect with loved ones online or facilitate clinical appointments. Our partnership with Age UK Sheffield has also meant that older people with cancer could be supported in their own homes. And this Christmas, no one has been forgotten. Our generous supporters have funded Christmas gifts for people who will be in hospital on Christmas Day and also for the people caring for them. So, to anyone facing cancer, I have one simple request. Call us. We're here, our support is free and confidential and available to anyone affected by cancer, not solely Weston Park patients. The most important thing is that you don't try to get through this alone. We're here and help is just a phone call away. Thank you so much, and I want to wish every single one of you a very Merry Christmas.
Hi everybody, hope you're having a great Christmas. I just wanted to remind you that the support line is open for anybody facing cancer or worried about symptoms. You can get them on 0114 553 3330. I'm just going to check that was right. Yes, 0114 553 3330. Look after yourselves, have a great Christmas. Bye.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. It's another Cuddiff lad from Barnsley. They're always nice to see him. And again, doing his bit for Weston Park. We've also now got a video from Jane Thornton, who's one of the, well, I think she's involved with the throats and cancers, like similar to the one I had. I think linguistic and language expert, something very much what I went through. It was like having an F1 team surrounding you, everybody with their own expert jobs to get you through. Here's Jane telling a little bit about what they get up to on her ward.
My name is Jane Thornton. I'm a speech and language therapist working on the head and neck cancer unit at the Royal Hallamshire Hospital in Sheffield. I'd just like to say a huge thank you to the charity for the Samsung tablets that we have acquired today. These are going to be extremely useful and help in the care of our patients who have had surgery for cancer. In particular, it'll be the patients who've got a tracheostomy tube or the ones who have a permanent tracheostomy, the ones who've had a laryngectomy surgery, who have no voices. We're a regional centre and therefore we take in patients from across South Yorkshire and North Derbyshire, and a lot of these patients, when they come back from theatre with no means of communicating with their voice, they feel very, very isolated, especially at the moment when they're not allowed visitors. We're really struggling with their emotional needs as well. So not only at the moment is it going to be very useful, but it also will be in the future. And we also see that it will be very useful for us being able to train district nurses and carers who aren't able to come into the hospital on managing and caring and supporting their loved ones when they have a tracheostoma and also a speaking valve as a result of the laryngectomy.
Right, folks, time for a bit more entertainment. This is an interesting one. John Riley, who normally sells out the City Hall, with Lewis Nittyman, who they've got a show online on Saturday night. And this is an exclusive track from their upcoming show. So check them out on Facebook and Twitter. Get yourself a ticket for the show on Saturday night. They're a great act and they've got some very special guests with them. But here's a little sneak peek of what they're going to be doing on Saturday night. And also a little shout out for Weston Park. They've done a lot of great work for the charity in the past.
Hi, I'm Lewis Nittigman. I'd like to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas, especially to all those people who work in the fabulous charity Weston Park.
We've supported Weston Park for the last 9 years at Sheffield's Christmas Festival of Music. We intend to do so again, and we wish you all the best. Merry Christmas.
Far away and all alone, close my eyes and think of home. When the Christmas bells you hear, I will be with you. Memories and photographs, where you cry, the way you laugh, till the day I come on back. Love will be with you, and my soul flies across the snow-filled mountain high. There forever by your side. Love will be with you. Red wine glasses we will fill and glide on down old Winter Hill. When the Christmas bells are still, I will be with you. Only time knows patience, he just goes and goes. Every second draws you near. I will be with you. When the Christmas bells you hear, I will be with you. With you. Hold on. Hold on.
On behalf of the Weston Park Hospital, all this staff, we'd like to thank you very much from the bottom of our heart for your contribution in raising money so that we can carry on doing the upfront work in cancer research. We are very grateful and in debt with you. Please continue to support whenever and whatever you can. Thank you.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everybody at Weston Park Hospital and Weston Park Cancer Charity. Hope you have a great Christmas and hopefully see you soon in 20.
And at Weston Park, Miss Mozilla Badger here. I just want to wish the staff and all the patients just a Merry Christmas. Gutted we can't be with you this time of year as we was last year, but we're hopefully looking forward to get back to some normality soon and spend some time together. And like I said before, just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Weston Park. It's farmers Rob and Dave here from Cannon Hall Farm.
The work that you do at Weston Park is amazing. It's inspiring. We are in your debt. We hope you have the most perfect Christmas day, and we can't thank you enough.
Keep up the good work, guys.
Bye-bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Bye.
I want to wish all the NHS staff a Merry Christmas, working all through the pandemic. I wish you all the best for 2021.
Hey guys, it's Ray and Brewster here from The Blaze. It's so unfortunate that we can't make it to Weston Park Hospital this year. I just want to wish the families, the staff, and also the volunteers a big Merry Christmas, and I hope to see you guys in 2021.
Merry Christmas to everyone at Weston Park Charity. I hope you have a good Christmas and all your families are good. Thank you for everything you do.
From me, Jess, a patron of Weston Park Cancer Charity, I'm wishing you all a very Merry Christmas.
Weston Park Cancer Charity has only been here this year because of the donors and supporters like you who have dug so deep and given their time and money. And I just want to say a massive thank you. I hope you have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year.
On behalf of Weston Park Hospital, we'd like to say a very happy Christmas and a Happy New Year under the current COVID pandemic situation. Please look after yourself and thank you for your support.
Yeah, some great names there, weren't they? Again, some fantastic support that we've had tonight. And we're coming a bit towards the end of it all now, but please like and share this post. Tell all your friends about it. If they missed it, to watch it back, because I'm sure they'll get something out of it. And for anybody that is going through cancer treatment or worried about whether or not they might have cancer, you know what? Both myself and Darren have been on here tonight and lots of other people, and we've said, you know, it's not the dreaded word it always used to be because of these great people at Weston Park Hospital and the great people behind it. And it's everybody from the tea lady up. I mean, just being there and being treated by people, everybody makes you feel so special. You know, you're such a VIP when you go in there, and they want you to send you out and back to your families, and they want to give you extended life. And that's exactly what happened to me 5 years ago. If you have got a problem, if you do think that you might have symptoms, I'm going to find that. Let me just find that phone line again. Let's get this up here. If this is you, please do me one favor this Christmas or now, tonight, ring that number and get some support, because these people here are here to give everything to make sure that you've got your everything at the end of it. So keep going, guys. Weston Park, boy, what an amazing organisation. And it's been such a pleasure and a privilege to host tonight's event. In fact, I've enjoyed that this much. I think we should do this every week. I don't know about every Christmas. These have just been fantastic. And the heartwarming messages that we've been getting tonight have just been lovely. So I did promise you something, a world exclusive. Elliot Kennedy, our Grammy Award winner from Sheffield, he's got a brand new music video out, and we've got the first look at it. And this is called When Love Breaks Down. So go out and get it, folks. Stream it. Do whatever you need to do. You'll be listening to this all over Radio 2, but you're going to get it first. And here's the music video. Take it away, Elliot.
You said maybe we should wait a while, give ourselves another chance. But I don't want to be the one to say goodbye, goodbye. So tell me you don't want to stay. Maybe I could turn and walk away from you, but how did we get here? To the middle of nowhere. We try to deny there's no sense of living this life when there's no reason why. When love breaks down, there's no one else around. Deep inside your heart, you know it's so understand. Never had a master plan, no. I don't really wanna have to wait, 'cause we'll just make one more mistake if we try to deny. We have been living this life when there's no reason why. When love breaks down, there's no one else around. Deep inside your heart, you know it's over, but we just can't let go of each other. And when the fire burns out, your heart tells you there's no doubt. We've been here before, this time it's for sure. There's no common ground. When love breaks down, let's walk away from the pain. Sometimes we must break the chains. It's not about who's to blame. Try to deny that we've been living a lie when there's no reason why. When love breaks down, when there's no one else around. Deep inside your heart, you know it's over, but you just can't let go of each other. And when the fire burns out, your heart tells you there's no doubt. Been here before, this time is for sure. There's no common ground when love breaks
So I've been telling Elliot for 10 years that having written for everybody from Aretha Franklin to Bryan Adams and the Spice Girls, he needs to bring his own album out. He doesn't listen to me. And then Gary Barlow says, Elliot, you better put a single out. He does it within 6 months. What's going off? Elliot, you're an absolute treasure, buddy. What a great song. I'm sure we're going to be hearing lots of that on Radio 2 over the coming weeks. And you know what? We can say, well, we heard it first, can't we, folks? Right, listen, we've got somebody else very special I'm going to bring in next. And yeah, of course, I'm talking about Darren and I'm talking about Kat. This has been great, hasn't it, folks?
Excellent. Yeah, really great. Great feedback and lovely to hear all the comments from our volunteers who we've really missed. Fundraisers.
Absolutely, Kat. I think that the comments that have come in tonight have just, honestly, I've been welled up. Producing this, it's just been absolutely incredible, and I know a lot of people have enjoyed watching it. What's not to like about what we've done tonight? This has been truly terrific, and I'm sure it'll be the first of many. We've got another celebrity that we want to bring in next, who's going to say a few words, and then he's got a special video. Darren, just tell us about Dean Andrews. He's a really special friend, isn't he?
Yeah, Dean's a great guy. A lot of people you say about Dean Andrews, and a lot say, I'm not sure who he is. And then they see a photo and they're going, oh, he's been on everything. Dean's had his battles with his family, the cancer, over the years. And, you know, he's been supportive of the charity. And a few years ago, we asked him to become a patron. He agreed, and he's done quite a lot for us at various events. And again, you know, unfortunately couldn't come on live tonight as such, but he recorded a message for us and sent it across. But he's also been the voice for us of when we did our launch for the new logo, etc., and the new branding last year for our animation, which went very, very well when it launched and viral. So again, I know you're going to show that shortly. So yeah, he's been great to have on board with us, Dean.
Yeah, and you always got these famous people coming up to the hospital. I know that you've had Strictly Come Dancing, and anybody who's in town, they always like to come up and help, don't they? Do you get a bit starstruck sometimes?
Well, it lifts the spirits for both the patients and the staff. The excitement when these visitors come around the hospital, it is a great opportunity for them. So we have missed those visitors in the hospital, which is why an evening like this has been great for the charity. The donations have been coming in, and our income has halved this year. You know, we had great plans. We were celebrating the hospital's 50th, and we've seen our donations fall. So to have an evening like this to end the year for Weston Park Cancer Charity, thank you to you, Graham, and your team. And thank you to those that have sent comments in and donations. It means a great deal to us at the charity.
Yeah, do you know what? It's just been such a pleasure to be part of it all as well tonight. I really enjoyed this. It's been excellent. I don't want it to end. But listen, I'll tell you what. What I want to do first of all now is just to introduce a very, very special friend to all of us that are taking part in this tonight. And this is my old mucker. This is Dean Andrews.
Hello everyone, Dean Andrews here. Just wanted to wish all at Weston Park Cancer Charity a very, very happy Christmas. It's been a very unusual year, and I'm really hoping that 2021 is a better year than we've just had. Keep up the great work, and to all the staff, to all the patients, and to all the supporters, a very happy Christmas, a very prosperous new year, and please keep supporting this charity, keep supporting the families that are going through cancer, and keep supporting all the wonderful staff at Weston Park. Look forward to seeing everybody in the new year. If we can get together and have one of those Weston Park charity evenings, that'll be great fun to be part of. So have a great Christmas, New Year, stay safe. Thanks.
Yeah, he's a great guy, he's Dean, and he does a lot of work for the charity, including this little video that he did a voiceover for as well. So let's just take a look at it, because it tells a lot about the charity.
1 in 2 of us will develop cancer. So whether that's us or someone we care for, every one of us can expect cancer to affect our lives. The good news is that when cancer changes everything, so can we. Because Weston Park Cancer Charity and our supporters are doing amazing things. We fund vital research by world-leading specialists, so we're improving treatment, survival and recovery. We enhance the experience of treatment too, by improving wards, offering therapies like massage, or helping patients with the cost of travel to appointments, which can be a huge worry. We also provide a range of support given in the community or at our support centre. People can socialise, take part in an activity, or they might just want a moment of quiet. Maybe they need to talk to someone who really understands the emotional challenges of life with cancer. And we're there because it's our goal to care, in every sense, for our patients and the people around them. It's the reason we've been through some changes recently, bringing the charity and support centre under one name and brand, and working more closely with the cancer centre. Together, we are a stronger support for all, a completely united Weston Park. Cancer changes everything, but so can we.
Yeah, we can change everything, and the way that we can keep changing it is by making those donations, folks, as well. You're doing a fantastic job tonight. Keep them coming. I'm just going to show you that you can actually donate in different ways. One of them, you can text. So if you text Weston Park *10 to 70450, or donate £20 to Weston Park *20 to 70450. And you can also donate online as well. You get loads of great information as well. In terms of what Weston Park do. That's not just a donation site. Obviously, it tells you how to do a lot of fundraising. And there's some great things coming up next year. In fact, I'm just going to bring Kat back in, and she can tell me about some of the great things that's coming up next year. You've got some fantastic things. I've been looking at your website, Kat, and in fact, we've got some examples here. Can you just talk us through about some of these great things that people can do and what they can get up to and how they can get involved?
Absolutely. Well, we're pleased that we were chosen as Master Cutler's charity, which has been extended for another year. So people can take part in the Master Cutler Challenge. We hope to be back with some of our events next year. Certainly our skydive will happen. But we've also got an auction that is live on our website now that closes on Sunday.
Oh, you have. I meant to mention that. Can you just, in fact, I'm going to bring Darren in as well, because Darren knows quite a bit about this auction, doesn't he? So can you two tell me a little bit more about what's happening?
I think what's happened is a lot of our supporters have come to us and donated prizes, from TVs to experiences, and we've put them all together on one live auction site, which will close on Sunday evening, and all the donations come to us. So I think Darren will say where we are so far, but we're really pleased with how much has been raised, and just very grateful for all the prizes that have been donated from our corporate supporters to our community fundraisers. And the most important thing is that every donation comes back to us. So at the moment, we're over £10,000, and that total's going up every day. So have a look, get bidding, and support the charity.
Amazing. And Darren, tell us then, what's some of the items that are up for grabs?
Well, as Kat says, we've had lots of things donated. So we've got experiences, so things like televisions, there's iPads on there are overnight stays in hotels, there are games of golf, lots of signed items from Sheffield United and bits from Sheffield Wednesday and Barnsley. Added to that as well, there are, I think there's an evening with Raymond Blanc, a chance to play at Turnberry Golf Course. So I think, as Kat said, it's all online. If you can bring the westonpark.org back up again, Graham, if people go onto the website, the links are all on there and on Facebook. And as Kat says, it finishes at 8 o'clock on Sunday. So I think there's 160 lots at present, and we've got a couple more to put on. So yeah, we've been blown away by the way people have responded to it. And you never know, by Sunday it may have doubled with a bit of luck. So I'd urge everybody to have a look and have a little bid. There's quite a few nice little presents for Christmas for people.
Oh, that's amazing, and that's just one thing that's going off. Kat, just tell me about some of this other stuff, like the skydiving and the marathons and things that are happening next year.
Well, there's all sorts of events. People can come up with their own ideas. They can take part in our events, which we hope will be back for 2021. The most important thing is get in touch with our fundraising team. We'd love to talk to you, whether you're a school, a business. We're here, and we'd love to talk to you and help you with your fundraising, and know that every penny comes back to our patients here at Weston Park and across the region.
Yeah, and I just want to mention, you have got something here I'm looking at, which is the half marathon. That's Sunday the 28th of March. And then later on in the year, you've got the Sheffield 10K on Sunday the 26th. People want information about this. This is all on your website if they want to take part and do it, isn't it?
Absolutely. And we'd love to think that we were back out on the Sheffield streets, having people running and supporting Weston Park Cancer Charity. So get in touch, sign up, and we hope to be out cheering you on in 2021.
Yeah. And that looks interesting, Darren. The skydiving, have you done that yet?
No. My wife did it for Weston Park a number of years ago. Skydive is not my thing, I'll be honest with you. But I've been there as a charity representative of the day, and the experience that people get when they've completed the skydive, it just blows people away. It's something that's popular every year.
I'm not going to put you on the spot. There's lots of other things to do as well, Darren, isn't there? I mean, I'm just looking at this slide here. There's tons and tons of things, great advice on the website if people want to find out a bit more.
I think the key to it is you literally can do anything. I mean, some of the stories that we could all tell you over the years is some of the weird and wonderful we've had. It is just a case of trying to look at different things and raise as much money as people can. And as Kat said as well, every little bit counts. Some people can't do big events. Some people can just give. You're showing that at the minute the Christmas Star up here, where just £15 can go and buy a gift for a radiotherapy treatment after end of radiotherapy treatment for a child. Right up to £100 that can help for an hardship grant, what we've been giving away through the pandemic. So every little bit does count. And yes, we just keep going with the weird and wonderful every time.
Yeah, it's this says as well, isn't it? Cancer changes everything, but so can you. It's a powerful message, that, isn't it?
It is, very much so. This is part of the rebrand we did last year, and it's been very powerful and well received.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Right, okay, onwards. I think we're gonna have a little bit more entertainment to finish tonight off, and then I think that we're probably just going to come back and just have another little roundup of what we've done and how people can interact with us, and then we're going to show them fantastic Christmas lights that you've got again at the end of the show. So before we do that, we've got the charity choir. And I know a lot of people have been saying, can we hear them again? Well, yeah, we've got a montage here. You're going to absolutely adore this. So this is the Sheffield Cancer Choir. You're going to absolutely love this. Keep your comments coming, folks. We're still going to be around for a few more minutes. Anything that you want to say, this is your chance. And remember to donate. I'll be putting the buttons up on screen.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folk dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows that turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight, 'cause it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will wait on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots, it's a wish, a Barney and Ben. Dolls that will talk and will go for a walk, it's a hope for Janice and Jen. And more than that can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. There's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Well, it is the most wonderful time of the year, isn't it? And we've had the most wonderful time tonight as well. It's just been an absolute pleasure to have been involved with all this tonight, folks. I hope you've really enjoyed it as much as we have. Actually putting this on and just reminding people about the great work that's taking place through the fantastic charity. I'm just going to bring Darren and Kat, who've been helping me course tonight, back into this. Just to give, in fact, I'll tell you what, here you go, rose between two thorns. Now, look, I think, Kat, just is there anything we've missed? Any messages we need to get out there, or anything we need to repeat?
I think just a huge thank you. Thank you to you, Graham, for hosting. Thank you to all the people who have put videos in, the patients that have shared their stories, which is their lives. And we're really grateful for patients who step forward and share their lives with us, because it's important for us to know the difference that we're making. And thank you to anybody who's made donations. We can see the donations coming in, and please be assured that that money will be spent so carefully here at Weston Park and across the region, helping cancer patients. And finally, ring in. Our helplines are open. They're open tomorrow. They're open, please call. If you're worried, as Trish said, just call and get in touch, and have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's lovely. And any final words from yourself, Darren?
Yeah, I just think it's been a fantastic night. Again, thank you, Graham. We wanted to do something a little bit different, especially with everything that's been going off with COVID, and we can't do the fundraising. I certainly think we've ticked that box tonight, and I've seen all the comments come in, and I think it's been amazing. And thank you for everybody that's watched, and thank you for everybody in our team as well that's helped put it together behind the scenes.
Absolutely. And for myself, it's been my name's Graham Walker. It's been an absolute pleasure to have been doing this with you tonight. I know we've made a lot of noise on the Star and the Yorkshire Post pages, as well as Weston Park. I think we've been on Twitter. I think we've been everywhere tonight. I'm sure we've been trending. First time I've been trending in a long time, let me tell you. No, seriously, we had an absolutely great time. And I just want to say to everybody, have a merry, great Christmas. And let's hope that 2021 is not quite as challenging as this year. But I suppose every year is what you make it, isn't it? So, like I say, have a merry little Christmas. My name's Graham Walker, and it's been a pleasure. And if you're not in the Christmas spirit yet, I don't know what will get you in apart from this. Good night. God bless.